Question number 7, Ruth Maguire.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. To ask the Scottish Government, in light of its latest Building a New Scotland paper, what its position is on how a written constitution could protect democracy, the sovereignty of the people, freedom and the rule of law in an independent Scotland.
Minister Jamie Hepburn.
A constitution for an independent Scotland would mark the end of Westminster parliamentary sovereignty in Scotland. Creating a new written constitution would establish Scotland as an independent, modern, democratic state, shifting where power lies by replacing Westminster sovereignty with the sovereignty of the people who live here in Scotland. A written constitution for independent Scotland would protect the fundamental elements of Scotland's democracy and the rights of people in the country by giving them a higher status than ordinary laws. Individual governments would not then use a simple parliamentary majority to undermine key institutions or water down fundamental human rights, as is happening now in the UK Parliament.
Ruth Maguire.
I thank the Minister for that answer. Sovereignty of the people is a proud tradition in Scots law, but it's clearer now more than ever that it's a tradition that's simply not upheld as part of the UK with a dominant Westminster Parliament. Can the Minister lay out just how transformative it would be for our citizens to have a written constitution which transfers power to the people in an independent Scotland?
Minister.
Well, Ms Maguire is entirely right. Of course, our proposals would re-establish the historic Scots constitutional tradition that the people are sovereign here in Scotland, and we should remind ourselves of the ruling of the Court of Session in 1953 that the principle of unlimited sovereignty of Parliament is a distinctively English principle and has no counterpart in Scottish constitutional law. So, under our proposals, the people of Scotland would be central to the decision-making process with a range of opportunities to get involved and influence the development of the Constitution. And then our proposals would allow people in Scotland to hold future governments of an independent Scotland to account and ensure that key human rights and equality protections are upheld. That's in stark contrast with the limitations of devolution right now.